Okay guys, today I'm going to be showing you how to do a Levi in 3 different gear brackets. Here is the max setup. Here is the budget setup. And here is the bare minimum setup. Here is Leviathan's drops. He has chromium ingots at a rate of 1 in 256. Chromium ingots is what is used to make the Venator vestige a Venator ring. It is a 1 in 768 for the Venator vestige, roughly 60 mil right now. The Leviathan's lure is the axe piece. You need all 4 to make the axe. 1 from Levi, 1 from Duke, 1 from Whisper, 1 from Vard. And then you have all 3 pieces of Virtus. To roll anything on this table is a 1 in 96 chance, and there's a 1 in 8 chance to hit Virtus. The ring also has a very peculiar roll. You have to roll the ring 3 times before it actually drops, and you won't know if you rolled it. There is the Scarred Tablet, which is the teleport to get there. Awakener's Orbs, which is used to fight the awakened version of the boss. Smoke Quartz, which is used to attach to the Ancient Scepter, but you have to get that from Muspah before you can attach it. Not very useful. I think the one that's very useful is maybe Blood or Ice Quartz in certain scenarios. You have the classic supply drops that come from each Desert Treasure 2 boss. You have the resource drops. Overall, Leviathan has some good resource drops for money, so you will make a little bit of money while you kill Leviathan. And the pet is a 1 in 2,500. Here I'm going to be showing you 2 specials. The first one here is the boulder attack. You're going to shoot him in his weak spot, and he's going to shoot boulders at you. You just need to walk him out and stay behind him when he does his slam attack. The next attack is going to be lightning. Once again, you're going to shoot him in the weak spot, and then you're going to need to dodge the lightning by running back and forth or around him. I will show it later how to dodge lightning much easier, but here's 2 good examples of the special attacks. To get to Leviathan, you can either use the ring's teleport option, which you will need the tablet for first, and you go to the Scar. If you do not have this, a Necklace of Passage is also extremely good. The Necklace of Passage will put you right here, and all you have to do to get down is travel with this guy. And he will put you at the same place the ring brings you. So, ring is not that important to get here. All you're going to do now is jump over these rocks. And you're going to head towards this little rowboat, and that's how you're going to get to Levi. As you can see with my Levi tile markers, this is basically for Awakened, but I'm going to show you 2 things that are really important here. So, one is this B.start. This is where we're going to start every kill when we go to Barrage. These little starting tiles over here that go down the line, that's where we're going to stack boulders. These are basically the only 2 you're really going to need to do Leviathan. And I will clean up all of my tiles and just post them 2 in a tile pack, and I will show you how to do it with only them tiles and maybe a few other ones here just for lightning phase. And there we go. As you can see, I got it all cleaned up now. There's only a few really important tiles here, so we're gonna have the B start. I want you to start barraging on this tile. Every single time you go to barrage, it should be on this tile. The big thing is you don't want to rag this tile, so anytime you go to it, you need to be instantly ready to throw a shadow burst or a barrage or whatever you have. And as soon as you go here, which I'll be showing in just a second, you want to go ahead and make your way to the start up there. And it's either going to be lightning or boulders. If it's boulders, you're going to stack them out and then go behind it, wait for the little smash attack, and then you're going to go back out and DPS them some, then go back to barrage. And I just want you to repeat this cycle when you're learning. There is a different way to do it. If you kind of know what you're doing, or you've learned it enough, you can basically stack boulders back here and let Leviathan speed up his attacks and then go barrage. But once you're learning, it's easier just to spam barrage and kind of just get the kills until you're more comfortable with the flicking. The main tiles you're going to use for lightning are the ones you see on the boss here. We're probably mainly going to be using these right here, maybe up to here. But your reset tiles is always going back to barrage. I'm going to do an example kill here. A stand pod is always really useful here because you will do a lot of running back and forth. Until you learn how to dodge the lightning, it's also very simple just to run around Leviathan and get in hits while you can. And I'll show you both ways. So at first, I'm going to show you the beginner way of learning it, which is pretty simple. So we're just going to go in. Go ahead and pre-potty. And we're just going to start DPSing the boss. I'm going to get in 3 hits here. And then after I get in 3 hits, I'm going to run up and barrage. And now as you can see, Leviathan is stunned. And this P tile here is for proccing. So you're going to proc on this tile, go to start. He's not turning, so this is lightning. So what I'm going to do is run here. As you can see, I'm going to attack from here. As soon as that lightning touches that yellow tile, I'm going to run to the other tile here. And all you're going to do is go back and forth. back and forth. Lightning touches yellow tile, click this tile. Simple back and forward motion. I don't think a lot of people teach that enough with the yellow tile. As soon as you see that lightning hit it, you do that and just run back and forth. Another way to do it when you're learning, once again, straight back to barrage tile. I'm going to barrage. Proc tile. Go straight to proc them. It's going to be boulders. And go to the boulders tile. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Go behind. You're going to stack 2 boulders per tile, which is a very simple way of doing it. Once again, I'm going to the barrage tile. I'm going to proc, and now I'm going to teach the other way of doing it. The other way of doing it, make sure you're stand. Just run circles. Very simple. This is a very easy way to do it if you're learning Leviathan. Don't even worry about boulders or anything. Just run circles. Don't have to worry about skipping the lightning. Just get in some hits, run some circles. If you see it starting to catch up, just increase more of a gap. And once again, just run circles. Back to the start now. We're going to barrage. Proc tile. Start. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. And if you miscount it, just step on this last tile here and then go behind. Once again, straight to barrage tile. Run to proc. Now we're going to have lightning again. Once again, once lightning touches this yellow, I'm going to run. There it was like instantly on it, but it's very easy to get in motion. Even if you get hit once, just worry about getting into the motion. And now at 180 HP, he's going to become enraged, which is now. All you're going to do is get in this little thing and start hitting him in it. This is how I like to have my camera position. You want to stay out of melee range because he can't hurt you in melee range. And Web Weaver also is very good, because as you can see, it just annihilates him. Pretty simple way of killing him. It's, you know, there's 2 different ways of doing it. And now I will show you the sweatier way of letting him speed up, which is preferably the way you want to do it once you learn it well. Now I'm going to be showing you guys the sweatier way of doing it, which is letting him speed up some. This allows you to get in more damage because you're not sitting there going through special phases and taking time off, and you could be DPSing them. So doing this, all you're going to do is start on these little back tiles to stack boulders. When he does this roar, you need to watch out for shadows. Shadows is what boulders going to fall, so you just don't want to make sure there isn't a shadow on top of you, basically. Send a spec. Your ruby bolts are very good for this font. And they can carry you pretty well sometimes. Or they can absolutely noodle. It's always one of the 2. Once again, stack boulders. Focus prayers. It's going to be 1 tick with flight time. And basically just pray them right after it gets to you, the previous one. Now you can have 1 tick with 1 tick with flight time, but it's going to be all 3. And as you can see, my ruby bolts are starting to come in clutch here. And now we're going to have no fly time. So you got to pray it on top of his head. This is more important for if you're trying to get the speedrun CAs. You want to wait till then. Okay, we're going to proc him. It's going to be boulders. 1, 2, 1, 2. Attack. 1, 2, 1, 2. And then get behind. Peek him. And now I know his enraged is going to proc here. So now I'm going to get ready for enraged. There it is. And now you're going to dump your little Web Weaver spec. And there's the easiest kill of your life. That was 1 minute 45. And that is going to be our little max setup tutorial. Now I'm going to go to budget. And now we're going to have the budget set up. So here we go. Basically the same thing. We're going to start on these little back tiles. We're going to hope for some little ruby bot proc specials. Ruby bolt procs definitely do carry a lot in this fight when you're running with the minimal gear. Watch out for falling shadows per usual. And just keep getting in these little ruby bolts, because that's definitely what you need with the minimal gear. Ruby bolts are very good for this boss. Now we have the 1-ticks. Just focus on your prayer. Still get in some damage while you're doing it. Now we're going to have 1-tick with 3 styles. Same idea. And now we're going to run up here and barrage. Go ahead and eat, and I'm going to dragon him in the back. It's going to be a proc here, and we're going to have lightning. So once again, run to this tile. As soon as the lightning touches the yellow, click to the other tile. And then you're instantly in the rhythm. Very simple to get into the rhythm. And then you're just going to run it out. Go ahead and take a sip of stam. I'm going to go ahead and make my way back to the proc tile. I'm just going to run straight there and proc him again. And now we're going to proc him on the P tile and be ready for boulders. Now I know my DPS for Ruby Bolts is basically gone. So I'm going to start using Diamond Bolts. And this should help with DPS some. Now that I know he's almost in Enraged, I'm going to start on these tiles and just go ahead and let him go into Enraged. The Enraged little, I don't know what you'd call it, like octopus thing you have to stay in, will always spawn beside me here. As long as this area isn't ragged, it's always going to spawn here. And you want to get to it as quick as you can. So I'm going to go ahead and proc it here. And now I know for a fact this hit's going to cause him to go into Enraged. And then we're going to spec. And now you're going to focus on just doing damage. Once again, when you're walking here, just watch your prayer. This is, it's a little hard to get used to. Just watch your prayer, watch shadows. That's the main things, and try to stay in this zone. And that will be your Leviathan kill. And here we go, with their bare minimum setup. This, you're really going to have to pray for some Ruby Bolts. Just hope you're not deciding to do Leviathan in this gear. There's a little Ruby Bolt proc, which we desperately need. And now once again, I'm just going to run back to the start tile, and I'm going to go ahead and barrage them again. Now we're going to get ready for lightning. You can wait on this yellow tile for a second, and then you know he's probably going to instantly start near it. I'm going to go ahead and swap to my diamonds. Watch your stam. You do not want to run out on stam on this part. If you run out of stam on this part, it will probably not go very well for you. And now we'll go back to this tile, barrage him again. Now I'm going to get this guaranteed hit on his spawn. I'm not going to shoot here because that boulder that's in my way will block my line of sight. And you always need to be wary of that. I'm gonna go ahead and do a little bit of stacking again since it's kind of slow. And I'm gonna go ahead and barrage. And we know it's about to be lightning. So we're gonna go ahead and run here. Stand on this tile for a second, and then we're gonna go to this tile. And now we're gonna run. Same thing as last time. Now we know he's about to proc his enraged. The main thing is just making sure you don't rag near where that thing spawns. And now we're gonna go in. And we're gonna start our little walk up here. Watch the prayers, watch your walk. Make sure you're staying out of his bite zone. You do not want to get bit. It is very painful. And there we are. For some gold ore. Hope you guys enjoyed. So I'm going to give you a quick recap of what we learned. So the biggest thing is stacking the boulders. You want to try to learn to stack 2 at a time. And it's going to be 5. I will put the tile pack, the tiles down in the description. So if you'd like to use them, that's realistically all the tiles you need. Lightning specials is running back and forth. I wouldn't do that until you're comfortable. You can just run circles. That's perfectly fine. You're just going to use more stam, probably. And you're going to get less DPS is the biggest thing. Because you're definitely going to be missing out on DPS. And they always rotate back and forth. So you're never going to have a lightning into a lightning or a boulder into a boulder. It's always going to be lightning, boulder, boulder, lightning, boulder, lightning. And then the special, when he gets enraged, you just make sure you stay in that little area and stay outside of his melee range. It's better to walk and not get bit by him and miss out on an attack or two than to get bit because he can bite you for pretty high damage. All in all, if I missed anything, feel free to comment down below. I hope this guide is pretty comprehensive and you can kind of learn of what you need to do for Leviathan. And yeah, like and subscribe. Go follow me on Twitch, Dill33Hill. And I appreciate it. Thank you guys for stopping by and watching. I hope this guide helped.